The turnout over most of the state has been rather heavy. There's less than an hour before the polls will close, and as soon as it's over, Florence County Republicans will be tallying their votes. Sue Abrams is standing by live now at the Florence County Counting Office. So, Sue, bring us up to date.
Well, Bob, as you can see, the chalkboard behind me that will soon bear all the results is empty right now. You see a lot of precincts, no results. Hopefully, we'll know what those results are by about 8:30 or 9. With me now is Gene Beckman, the executive committeeman of the Florence County Republican Party. And Gene, thanks for joining us today. Tell me, how will the results from Florence County and the 6th District go on to affect the Republican convention?
So the winner of the 6th District balloting will automatically win the 3 district delegates to the National Convention, and those delegates are bound to vote for that winner for the first 2 ballots.
Okay, and what about the effects of this primary on Super Tuesday?
Well, as has been said so many times, the winner here goes into Super Tuesday with an awful lot of momentum.
Do you think it will help garner some possibly undecided votes?
Probably so.
Okay, do you think it will have the deciding factor? Will this make or break the election possibly for a candidate?
I would expect the outcome here today to make or break at least one, and the effect on Super Tuesday could possibly make or break 2 of the candidates.
Okay, thanks very much, Gene. And Bob, of course, we will have all the results from the polling places from you.
Kemp 5%. Lead for Bush, and Dole comes out with 23%. Kemp scores a tiny figure of 7%, still in the single digits, and Robertson remains in the teens at 16%. Well, Bush's victories in these counties could be a result of all the campaigning he and his supporters did in the past few months. Bush himself visited our viewing area 3 times, and local Bush supporters were responsible for bringing him here. So they were able to see their results pay off tonight. Sue Abrams is standing by live now with one local Bush campaign organizer. Sue, I was wondering if you can tell us what's it like there.
Well, Melanie, the mood, of course, is extremely upbeat. We all knew the results by 9:30, and it would have been really suspenseful, except for the fact that it was quite obvious early on that Bush was going to win by a landslide. And with me now is Shirley Corbett, the Republican Party chairman, and you, of course, are a big George Bush supporter. Is the win any kind of surprise for you?
Well, no, it's not a surprise, but I'm very happy about it, Sue.
Were you worried at all about Pat Robertson's organizational tactics?
Yes, we were, because he was very visible and he had a lot of committed supporters, and it was sort of scary there for a while.
When push came to shove, what do you think the deciding factor was?
Well, I think people just were able to look at the issues and to make that decision for themselves who they wanted to vote for.
On to Super Tuesday. Any predictions? Does this guarantee George Bush a major win?
No, I don't think it's a guarantee, but I think it will certainly help him and give him momentum going into Super Tuesday for those people who probably haven't decided who they want to vote for.
Okay, thanks very much, Shirley. Not everyone is rejoicing tonight. News of George Bush's victory spread quickly to poll workers in Florence County, and despite the vice president's landslide win, representatives of the other candidates remain optimistic.
We felt that if we could hold a good, strong second, that it would be about the best we could do. We knew how well organized the Bush campaign was and how very well financed they were, and with the declared support of the governor, he had a certain advantage.
Pat Robertson is supported by a number of people nationwide. He has said from the beginning that he will be a candidate in all 50 states. We anticipate him to continue and be available in New Orleans to have his position heard by the Republican convention.
And remember, we're only in the first quarter. And the game isn't over until the final whistle is blown. It's going to be a 4-way race clear through to New Orleans.
And Melanie, Bob, of course, we're all waiting to see what happens Super Tuesday. Live in Florence, I'm Sue Abrams.
Okay, thank you, Sue. One interesting fact that I've noticed in the Bush campaign is that in spite of his overwhelming victory, they still kept a
Well, as we told you just a little earlier in our program, Jesse Jackson is now in Florence and is at the college, at Francis Marion College, where he will be talking with some students and some farmers. Our Sue Abrams is standing by live now at the Smith College Center gym. Sue, what's going on now?
Well, Bob, not much. The Reverend Jackson has just arrived. He's notoriously late for his press engagements, and he's kind of living up to that right now. He was about half an hour late, and he's just now talking with reporters, and we've just raced down here to talk with y'all. He did tell me, I asked him about tobacco, and he said that he is not in favor of phasing out tobacco. However, farmers will have to come to grips with a declining need for tobacco, and he told us his thoughts on that. Hopefully, the Reverend will be down here in just a few minutes to talk with us live on TV, so I will pitch
Sue,
it back to you.
Before you do that, how big of an audience do you think he's going to have there today?
He's got hundreds, and actually, as I'm speaking, the Reverend Jackson is walking in here.
It sounds like he's getting quite a round of applause there.
Walking in. You really can't see anything behind me. He will be at the podium behind me. Now here you are seeing the Reverend Jackson walking in.
Now initially they were talking about only farmers.
Bob,
but
I can't hear a word you're saying. The crowd is just
I can understand that.
outdoing your voice.
They were originally talking about farmers. Now I understand this is students and maybe some farmers there?
I really don't see very many farmers or anybody who really doesn't look like they're involved with the school in some way. There are a few people standing in the crowds that you can say were probably from the private sector, but mostly students and FMC people. A very fantastic reception.
And it seems like he's getting quite a reception there. You're right, with all the handshaking that's going on.
That's right. And he is walking over, he's meandering over, mingling with the crowd, and as I said, he should be back over here to talk with us in just a minute. Let's hope for that, and I will throw it back to you in hopes that we can come back to me in just a moment. Bob?
All right, Sue, thank you very much. Tom Searles is up next with all the weather. Stay with us. Let's go back live now to Sue Abrams, live at Francis Marion College. Sue?
Thank you, Bob. Of course, with me now live is the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
And I'm home.
You're home, that's right. Welcome here to Francis Marion, and again, I know we just talked about this upstairs, but let me ask you, what is your plan for tobacco farmers?
Well, first of all, tobacco farmers, grain farmers, must be helped during this period of transition. One may be against smoking, but you can't be against the tobacco farmer. Tobacco farmers need adequate housing, need health care for their children, and there must be a commitment, therefore, to invest even in more research. We have lost in the last 7 years 650,000 family farmers. It doesn't make sense to lose that many farmers while importing food from abroad subsidized by the U.S. government. I stand with family farmers.
As the need for tobacco declines, do you think the federal government should step in?
And that's where the family farmers will need help in transition and more help for research and development. But you can be against smoking but not be against tobacco farmers and farmers generally who in fact need fair prices and need supply management and a return of their land.
All right, the polls show you very far ahead tomorrow. Do you think that the vote will be split racially?
Well, I certainly hope not. As I pull together farmers and workers, black and white, our interests are the same. We, the people of South Carolina, must stop drugs from coming into our country, stop jobs from going out, secure our farms, and make America well and healed from the inside out. I want to pull all the people together. I work with the family farmers, tobacco farmers, grain farmers, truck drivers, teachers. I've sought to heal and to pull our people together.
All right, thank you very much, Reverend Jackson.
Thank you very much.
Bob?
All right, Sue, thank you very, very much, and we'll be keeping in touch with you out there. Tom Searles is standing by outside right now to bring... Let's rejoin Sue Abrams now, who is at the Jackson camp, so to speak.
That's right, Bob. We're still out here at FMC, and the Reverend Jackson has still not begun to speak yet, but he will any second now. And coming up at 11, more on Jackson's visit, and we'll also learn about tomorrow's Democratic caucus. Tara Reedus will have that story live for us. And Clay Williams will take us on a tour of the new McLeod Children's Hospital, and I wish you would wish Rick Henry a happy 35th birthday for me, Bob.
All right. Thank you very much, Sue. 35? No way. That's our look at this Friday. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Tom says it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Good night. Be a problem. Sue Abrams